county of Kakamega.
The Kenya Airports Authority says it may not be able to expand the capacity of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport over concerns surrounding the cancellation of the greenfield project 5 years ago. KAA Managing Director Alex Gitari told Parliament's Public Investment Committee that Chinese contractor is likely to move to court to block any further investment at JKIA following a long-running dispute over its cancellation. This and other stories in our business roundup.
Kenya is currently unable to expand the capacity of its largest international airport, JKIA, due to a standoff over the cancellation of the greenfield terminal project 5 years ago. The project, which is expected to increase JKIA's capacity to 18.5 million passengers by 2030, was cancelled after it emerged that the airport was at the time operating under capacity and had increased its capacity by 2.5 million passengers following the construction of Terminal 1A. Thereafter, the contractor, China National Aerotechnology International Engineering Corporation, catic, slapped the Kenya Airports Authority with a 17.6 billion shilling bill for breach of contract. 5 years on, KAA says that JKIA was already operating over its capacity of 7.5 million passengers, having served 8 million passengers in 2019 before the pandemic hit. According to KAA Managing Director Alex Gitari, JKIA was on the verge of slowing down operations before the COVID-19 pandemic hit, as it would have not been able to meet demand for air traffic. This would have seen Kenya risk losing its position as the regional hub for air travel, as airlines would have sought alternative destinations to meet the demand for travel between East Africa and the rest of the world. Meanwhile, the government's move to float a 75 billion shilling infrastructure bond has raised concerns that the government may crowd out the private sector, with financial institutions heavily investing in low-risk instruments. The 21-year infrastructure bond is the longest infrastructure bond in 2 years and is expected to attract a lot of liquidity, with commercial banks placing much of their deposits in government securities. For instance, between March last year and August this year, the government offered treasury bonds totaling to 1.17 trillion shillings, receiving bids valued at 1.66 trillion shillings, an oversubscription of 141.7%. Finally, KenGen has received carbon credit from its Olkaria 1, Unit 4 and 5 geothermal power plants, further solidifying the company's lead in climate action in Africa. This brings KenGen's total carbon credit to 2,591,496, valued at $3.8 million. A carbon credit is a permit that allows the company that holds it to emit a certain amount of carbon dioxide or other greenhouse gases. One credit permits the emission of a mass equal to 1 ton of carbon dioxide. Nokip Kimboy, KTN News.